Let me start out by saying first that I knew it. I told everybody. I knew it. I knew it. Everybody said ZA wasn't gonna have multiplayer because Arceus didn't have multiplayer. That wasn't the focus of those games. I knew it. It's 2025. We're getting the Switch 2. I knew it all. It was gonna be on the Switch 2. I knew it. There was no way we weren't going to get a new Pokemon game in 2025 without multiplayer. It wasn't possible. And look at what we got now. They took Pokemon Unite and they stripped it down and they put it as a game mode, and I believe this is ranked as well too. This will be a ranked game mode, and they threw it in the Z-A. I told you, I knew it. You know. Okay, now let's get to the video. Z-A Battle Club is a multiplayer link battle mode for up to 4 players, playable online or locally via link code. I'm guessing, I assume that's how all the multiplayer modes work. But you'll battle for 3 minutes, real time, trying to KO as many opposing Pokemon as possible. You KO an opponent, you get a point. Your opponent faints, instantly respawns with fresh health at their starting point or your starting point, depending on who got KO'd. Along the stage, we're going to be seeing things like Mega Power Orbs to trigger Mega Evolution and stat boost items, and that's really going to help out in making up for the lack of actual abilities in the game. Things that would make you faster due to that Pokemon's ability, make you stronger in certain attacks due to that Pokemon's ability. So having these items on the map is a good way to help strategize your next moves, to help plan out how you're going to shift in and out your Pokemon. So this was definitely something that I feel like was done for the fact that we don't have abilities and the fact that we have this game mode in here now. It makes sense that they were going for a more real-time multiplayer battle model from the start, I want to say, because now this literally takes a clean playing field. Like it's a completely even playing field with everything at everyone's disposal in this free-for-all. So this was a very, I knew it was happening, but it was still a very good surprise to see that this was how they were going to implement multiplayer. Will they still have regular traditional 1v1 battles? I don't know, especially with Champions coming out, and I believe that's going to be a free game. So I'm not sure about that. I think this still is Legend, so they're the experimental little brother, of the Pokemon franchise. So in that aspect, I think that they're going to probably keep, or this be the sole way to battle within the game, is the 4-player battle modes. And yes, if you'd like to rather just battle with your friends, they do have a private battles feature that just lets you customize the rules and engage with fewer players. I guess that'll be the way for you to try like 1v1s and everything. That way it's still flexible, chaotic, and just overall fresh. Like I love this so much. This is definitely going to be a mode I'm going to be in probably all the time once I beat the game. And I said that it felt similar to Pokemon Unite in a way that you had to go around collecting basically the points to score while also defending or attacking the other team's Pokemon. I mean, if you have a Switch, you played Pokemon Unite, you know what I'm talking about. But this definitely feels just like Pokemon Unite, just without the goal scoring and the extended time it takes for you to respawn, make it back to wherever it was you guys were fighting, and get back into the action. Like now it's localized, still chaotic, still strategic in a way where I'm wondering how often are the mega orbs going to spawn on the map. Is it only going to spawn after a certain amount of Pokemon are defeated within the match, or are they going to spawn at specific times within those 3 minutes? Or is it just going to naturally just constantly just be respawning throughout the map, throughout the match? Because I believe we saw all 4 of the Pokemon in the trailer actually Mega Evolve at the same time. Like I don't know if that was just something done for the visual aspect of it or anything, or is it that much resources within those 3 minutes for all 4 players to get their mega rings charged up. So that's definitely going to be something to look out for. If so, it's definitely going to be a layer into the strategy as of when to mega evolve. Are you going to be able to mega evolve multiple times during a fight? Are those items that buff you, do they run out after a certain amount of time? When you get them, do you keep them during the match? It's so many of those little things that we still don't know yet. And I guess as we get closer to the launch, maybe they release some more footage on it, some more details on it. But I'm gonna base it off of everything's on a cooldown. Everything is finite, and once it's gone, it's probably not going to spawn back up on the map anymore. Maybe it spawns up later on in the game. Maybe you have like I said, those time intervals, which will give you that strategy, as it's just not waiting on your moves to cool down and just spamming the moves for the entire 3 minutes. So I'm excited to see how the actual strategy is going to come into like the items given during the fights. And when it actually comes to a Legends game getting multiplayer, it does a lot. It gives Pokemon not necessarily a facelift in the battle scene sense. Well, I guess it kind of does. What the hell am I? It absolutely gives this whole mode a facelift. Some people are calling it literally Pokemon's weird esports, and that is something that isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's like when you think of esports, you think of action, you think of crazy moments, and while the Pokemon normal battle scene, the 1v1s, 2v2s, normally that's what everybody goes to watch. VGC is just the standard we've had forever. So getting to be able to see something that's more akin to anime style battling, albeit the moves aren't as flashy as they are on something like Pokken Tournament, but still we're moving in that right direction with it. If they continue to improve on this with things like better animations, better overall movement tech, and just I would honestly be even cool with them keeping our players stagnant and then just allowing us to fully control the Pokemon during the battle. Even with the same system that they have in place now with the cooldowns and everything, just giving us that way to either A, utilize the camera movements better, B, make it feel more like an arena fighter, or to even just allow us to have other things such as the ability to actually, we can miss attacks when it comes to like the area attacks and everything, but those honed attacks and those like auto hits and all that stuff there, I feel like that's where we could get things like the accuracy back more prominently. So the fact that we get this now in only the second Legends game, and then we get such a overhaul in battling for Pokemon, period, lets me know that they're going to actively be working on things like I said, the better animations. You give us more flashier animations in this battle mode, in this style of open world, fast-paced, real-time battles. I'm telling you, like the amount of content that could be made off of this game is going to be insane. The amount of different little elite or esports teams that can be made just surrounding this type of battle structure is crazy. So I'm ready for it, and I'm glad that they did implement the multiplayer in this way to ZA, and then didn't just give us what we're accustomed to, especially with champions coming out. Basically, I would assume right behind ZA. So for them to give us the same VGC style casual as well as ranked battles for something like ZA after everything else that they've been doing, and then to turn around and then give us champions with the literal same Pokemon Coliseum style, layout and everything like that, I would feel like it would be too stagnant for the Pokemon company to continue and Game Freak to continuously give us that. So them branching off for this is definitely going to open up, especially the esports, as the competitive alleyways for newer Pokemon trainers, newer people into the scene, to give them something different to look forward to, something a bit less intricate when it comes to how you need to set up your Pokemon, the IVs, all this stuff here, and just focus on the fun of it, the chaos of it, just the arcadiness in a sense of it. So this is my breakdown and what I got from seeing this trailer and everything. And I want to know from you guys, what do you think of the new ZA Battle Club, and how are you going to tackle this or come about this? Is this something that you're going to play a lot? Is this something that you're going to just skip out on and wait for champions to come out? Let me know down in the comments below. And then for everybody else who made it this far in the video, I have a special announcement to make. So for everybody who has been showing all of this support and all of the love on this new channel as I've been building it up this year, I want to give back to a lucky subscriber, a lucky person who is deserving of a brand new Nintendo Switch 2. Yep, I'm going to look deep inside my heart and do something unprecedented, and I am going to gift one lucky subscriber a brand new Nintendo Switch 2. I mean it. This is going to be totally free to whomever wins this, and the rules to this are simple. So between this video being uploaded and October 16th, I am going to be putting out more videos, more content, and all you have to do is be a subscriber. So just hit that little subscribe button down at the bottom. You have to have at least, that's all you really have to do. If you want to be entered into it, you just have to be a subscriber. But this is a raffle style drawing, so you can get more entries by doing more things, by engaging more. It's that simple. You subscribe, you're automatically put into the drawing. I will be pulling comments, so you comment on any of the videos between now and the 16th, that gives you another entry. You comment on another video, it gets you another entry. You interact with the post I'll be putting out between now and the 16th, that gets you another entry. Basically any way that it is possible for me to see that you have been engaging with the content or the channel itself, that gets you an entry. You can have up to however many pieces of content I have out between now and then in entries that could win you this Switch 2. But there is one catch. The channel has to make it to 1,000 subscribers. If the channel makes it to 1,000 subscribers, the Switch 2 drawing is going to happen. It is that simple. Subscribe. Tell your friends about it. Hell, tell your other family members about it. If one of them wins the Switch 2 in the household, boom, you won a Switch 2. So it's that simple. Subscribe, interact with the content, stay up to date. That's all you really got to do. And I will be putting out more info on this later, well, as more videos and more content comes out. So all you got to do is just lock in with me, and you can get yourself a Nintendo Switch 2 right in time for Pokemon Legends Z-A. It don't get no better than that. So now, with all that said, I appreciate everybody who's made it this far to the video. This way you guys probably already have a leg up, because no one else probably would watch it this far, and they won't know that they could be on their way to winning the Switch 2 for free, for doing nothing but lock it in with your boy. So if you want to subscribe, if you want to go ahead and leave a comment down below, like I said, let me know how excited you are for the new battle mode. Or hell, let me know what's going to be your favorite Pokemon to use in the ZA Battle Club. Hell, what's going to be your favorite Pokemon or your first starter Pokemon for ZA? Let me know down in the description below. Other than that, it's AllHailRico. I'm out.